All right, so I just picked up my vegan lunch. Got them good sweet potato fries. Woo. Good. So this video is gonna be about pre-selling. And this actually came from a brother asking about Facebook ads, and he was like, can you sell, I heard that you can only sell products up to about $50 on Facebook. And he was like, is that true? And I wanted to say, hell nah, but I was like, heck no. So, if you were to sell something more expensive on Facebook, so what the heck is this video about? I guess this video is somewhat about how to sell more expensive products on Facebook and what are some of the things that you need to consider. So I don't know if I typed these things out to him or these are just things that just flashed in front of my mind when he asked that question. So my name is Tyron Spear, done about $2.4 million in e-commerce and built a water plant in Kenya, $174,000 of my own money. And I was in the Marine Corps, Blackwater Security Group, and Halliburton. I believe that's it. That's my quick resume. So anyway, back to the content. So you plan on selling a more expensive product on Facebook. Well, you need more production. You need more videos. You need to like kind of sort of what I was saying the other day about the whole, when I was out there with Atlanta's Black Elite and out there with the whole equestrian, the whole experience and everything else. If you plan on getting $500 out of somebody, if you plan on getting that type of transaction, there's a couple different things you need to think about. One, you probably need to think about some sort of financing situation, see if you can get some sort of financing opportunities for people. And then the second thing is the amount of work that's going to need to be done on the advertising side. So this kind of leans itself to the video that I just made. Well, at the tail end, I was talking about a pre-sale page. So you probably aren't going to send people strictly from an ad to your page and then they're just going to buy it. That may not happen that way. So you may need to actually send people from your ad to a pre-sale page, and then from the pre-sale page, they will go to the landing page and then they will buy. So you may be asking yourself, well, what the heck is a pre-sale page? Well, a pre-sale page is just simply a web page on your website or a web page in your funnel. If you have a funnel, if you got ClickFunnels, then you probably already know what a pre-sale page is. But then from there, once people see the actual, so it's basically like an article or giving them more information about the product, selling them as well. So you're going to hire a professional content writer or even a copywriter. Actually, you're probably going to hire, well, this, yeah, you getting $500 transactions, you hiring a copywriter. So I'm not even giving you any other options. So a copywriter, and you've hired a videographer, and you've hired a photographer to come over and take pictures of this product, because you're going to need all this content you're going to need to be pushing out a lot of content up front. And you probably even want to do the whole launch method that I talked about in the other video, where I talked about creating all of these articles around the problem and the solutions and so on and so forth, just really kind of stirring up the marketplace before you even go out there hard and then start selling a $500 product. So, so the pre-sale page. So basically the pre-sale page is going to be a page that's stirring up the problem even more and talking about this is the ultimate solution. So when they click on the actual image or whatever's on the pre-sale page, then it takes them to the actual product page. And then from there, they can actually decide to go ahead and pay, add it to cart, or do whatever and pay. Use some sort of financing option if you have that on the site, and then pay. So that is what I would do if I was selling if I was selling a product that's more expensive. That's also relative to about something being more expensive. I'm gonna go back to hair extensions. Hair extensions can run you easily $300-400, probably even $500. And in the customer's mind, they already expect that that's going to be the price point. If not, then they look at it as being something wrong. So it's not. So if they saw an ad on Facebook or Instagram and then they wind up getting to the basket, well, they're going to see it anyway. The first thing they're going to see is probably like $120 out the gate. So they already know what time it is. They already know what time it is when they see the product. So if you're selling a product that already has a high perceived value, then people aren't really going to trip when they get to the site and they get ready to check out, and that you know, that you're selling them something for like $500 or $600, because the when I say perceived value, again, I use hair extensions because that's something that I know pretty well. The perceived value of hair extensions is probably like $50, $75, $100 out the gate. And, you know, then the price just starts going up from there. If it's like a custom wig unit, you know, $300 or something like that more. So these numbers are custom people. Rolex watch. There's a perceived value of a Rolex watch of probably at least $5,000 to $10,000. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if these things are working in your favor, remember I talked to y'all earlier about when you're doing your research and you're finding influencers and so on and so forth. Now you ask me about selling a product for $500. You see now that this is where that research and having influencers and everything else is going to come into play, because you're going to need to put this content out there. And you're going to need to create ads, so that way you're really hitting on these people's emotional points and pain points and the things that's going to drive them to make this purchase, because you're asking for $500. So what he also said was, well, I understand that if you're selling something above, he said $50. If you're selling something above $50, then you need to have people go to a webinar, or, you know, maybe it's like a webinar of real estate. So that's outside of e-commerce. But I would say at that point, when you start exceeding those price points, yes, you want to just get people on to a webinar and then sell them from there. Webinars in e-commerce, you can also, that probably needs to be a whole nother video, because I forgot what this video was about, selling high value e-commerce products and how to do it. So that's what this video is about. So this video is actually going to be a little bit shorter, because I think that's pretty much it. I mean, again, you can go back to your influencers, having your influencers in place, using those influencer testimonials as ads. That'll help a lot from price. And then, since you know price is going to be a big deal for you, you want to make sure that since you know price is going to be a big deal for you, you want to make sure that you're overcoming those objections. Because if people are saying, well, this is too expensive, again, because you've done your research, you already know that this is the market rate for this device. No, you can't find this device. You can't find this device anyplace else. And not only are we selling you this device, but we're also adding some additional value as well. So all those things are going to be key. So it's not like you're trying to sell it at, you know, it's $500. You're trying to sell it at $1,500. I mean, you can try that, but you take care of that yourself. So I believe that's it. If y'all have any other questions, you can drop them in the comments below, and then I'll do a video just for you answering your question. Maybe. All right. Peace.